Welcome back to the chaos of my college football reset series. Last episode, New Mexico was very disappointing, losing all 3 games including an absolute heartbreaker in our closest FCS game to date. This week, the Lobos close out the regular season against the Utah State Utes. Before we get into it, let's take a look at the final regular season rankings. Still seeing some chaos in the rankings outside of the top 3. Buffalo, UCLA, and Wisconsin all stand firm. Louisville and South Carolina climb while 4 new teams emerge. FIU, Miami University, the Ohio one, Kentucky, and Central Michigan climb into the top 10. The MAC is dominating the rankings. The Heisman standings only see one player change. Mark Atkins from Buffalo rises to the 4 spot. This must be team representation because he only has 5 TDs against 12 interceptions. He does have 9 rushing TDs, which the Heisman rankings really love. Looking at recruiting, our board continues to look promising. We rise to 4 on McWilliams and Williams boards, but we continue to hold firm at 2nd on Zion O'Neal's board. I have a bad feeling he's not going to be a Lobo next season. Now let's try and finish the regular season on a high note. Here we go. After a very disappointing end to the season, we have one more chance to redeem ourselves at home against the 2-9 Utah State Utes. We've had a very disappointing stretch, but we can turn it around here and secure ourselves 2 consecutive 7-win seasons. We just gotta lock in and take care of business. Let's go, boys. Mike Cook is out for the rest of the season with a broken collarbone. That's very unfortunate. So Rawls has to step up here. Defense gives us a stop right out of the gate. We're going to try to establish the run early on. Adams with a good carry there. Carries the defender, gets 4 yards. Can't complain about that. 2nd and 6 here. We're going to try to pass it. Keep him balanced. Let's see if Medlock can get some good plays here. Steps back, pressure, and he takes a sack. Come on. That's Kelly's man again. But really, that's not on Kelly. He had plenty of time there. He just didn't get rid of the ball. After the unfortunate sack, it is 3rd and 14. We're going to try to run a smash concept. Catch him on the corners. Medlock's looking, chucks it deep, and that is into double coverage. Defense does manage another stop, but we are pushed back. We really need to get the ball moving. Power play here. Adams with a great run. Oh, just missed a block there, but 4 yards out of it. Good power. 2nd and 6 here. We're going to try to stay committed to the run game. Oh, and we get him offsides, I believe. Looked like an offsides. It is. After the offsides, it is 2nd and 1. Gonna try and catch an easy first up the middle here. Adams with a carry, and he gets the first easily. Nice power. Our first down of the day. We're gonna keep it rolling. Adams is still looking pretty good here, and he gets a great run. Nice power. Brushes off a tackle and gets 9 yards for it. 3rd and 1. We're gonna line up in the gun, but we're gonna run it with Sullivan out of the shotgun. Gets the carry and gets the first. Nice work. Good blocking there. 3rd and 6 here. 2nd passing down of the game. Let's see if Medlock can bounce back. Get us a first. Pressure's coming. Chucks it deep. He has a man. Ooh, nice diving attempt, but doesn't get it, unfortunately. Good effort there by Moss. Defense manages to get us the ball again, but we need to get some points on the board. We're going to run play action on 1st down. See if Medlock can find somebody. Chucks it to the tight end. He's got him. 1st down. Nice job. 3rd and 9 here. Let's go, Medlock. You got your first completion. Got your feet wet. Let's keep it going. And he takes a sack. Free rusher up the middle. Doesn't get the ball out. I think he probably had open guys. It's hard to say. Defense continues to get stops, but we cannot rely on them. Start of the 2nd quarter. I'm going to try to get Medlock hot here. Throws it, got the completion. Nice work. Moss pushes forward, gets the first. You'll love to see it. 2nd and 10. Moss is hurt. Hopefully it's not too serious. We're going to run up the middle. Adams with some good vision there. Cuts it upfield. Gets 8. All right, 3rd and 2 in Utah State territory. We're just going to stick to our guns. We're going to run it right at the middle. Adams breaks a tackle. Nice run in there. Rolls forward. Probably getting up like 9 yards there. I love it. 1st down. Good vision. First and 10 inside the 30. We have not had luck passing, but we're going play action here. Fakes the handoff. Medlock throws it. Got the completion. Neil White, his first of the year, gets a first down. Nice job filling in. Moss is out for the rest of the game, so we are really thin at wide receiver right now. Sullivan on the carry. Nice cut. Gets the first down. Nice way to cut it back up in field. First and goal here at about the 5. We're going to keep doing what got us here. Adams up the middle. Looks like he got about 2 yards there. Second and goal at the 4. Coming out in goal line. We're running right at him. Adams gets himself a touchdown. Nice work. Standing up too. Good work, Adams. I might smell an All-American here. He's had a great season. Utah State drives, but the defense holds, so we still maintain our 7-point lead. We're going to give Sullivan some touches here, and he gets caught at the line, unfortunately, 2 yards. Second and 8. Receiving core is thin, but we're going to try play action. Oh, we didn't get the snap off. That's a shame. Third and 3 here. Looked promising, but we've stalled. Going to try and... Oh, never mind. That's an offsides. Or that's a false start. Third and 8 now after the false start. Let's see if Medlock can throw us out of this hole. Pressure coming, throws it and intercepted. Defender was right there. Not a smart throw, and that might be a pick 6 again. Oh my god, Medlock is normally good, but he is so bad about throwing pick 6s. Bad news, they get a pick 6. Good news, they miss the PAT, so we're still winning by 1. Going to give Sullivan a touch on the outside, and there's a flag, probably holding if I had to guess. We've been lucky so far, but we know it's always coming. Devron Kelly, that's his second penalty of the day. First and 15 after the hold. They're really pressed up. We're going to try to hit a play action, and we do get the completion. There wasn't offsides. I think we're going to accept it, though. I think we got more yards than we would expect to get. Under 2 minutes here. If we get a first, we'll hurry up, but we're not going to try to play into their hands. Medlock's looking, floats one, gets the completion to White. Good catch. Hurry into the line now. We got under 2 minutes. We got a long way to go. Medlock's looking, throws it deep. He's got a main, he's got a completion. That's Thomas running downfield, breaks a tackle. Doesn't have the speed, unfortunately. Gets down to about the 10. Nice work by Thomas. Shows up in the big moments. Alright, we're going to hurry to the line, but we're going to run a draw here. Sullivan with some room, runs into his blocker, but gets some space and gets a touchdown. Nice running, Sullivan. Nice read there. Blocker got in his way, but I think that helped him. Kind of forced some patience. And we get a great block by Thomas, always showing up. Of course, right when the offense shows up, the defense fails too. They give up a long touchdown on a very quick drive. Medlock misses the screen there, unfortunately. Third and 10, we need to commit to the running game more after halftime. I've unfortunately turned this into a passing game, and we're not winning those. We get the completion, but we don't get the first. Alright, start of the second half. We are tied 14-all. We're going to try to get our running game going again. And Adams gets a nice little run there to start off. 6 yards. I'll take it. Third and 4 here. We need to get a drive going. We cannot let Utah State take over, and they are taking over. No blocking there. Defense gets a stop, but we are pinned back again. We're going to try to hit a play action here. Medlock throws it over the middle. Got a completion. Nice play. Beautiful play there. Medlock is not having his best day, but we're really going to need him down the stretch. We got to try and make sure he stays warm. Throws it, gets Andy out of the backfield, who runs past a defender, almost gets a first. Nice play there by the fullback. Second and inches here. There's no question what we're going to do. Hand off to Adams, who gets a nice little run there. Gets the first. First and 10 here. We cannot give up on the running game. And that is a hold. Another one. Oh my god. Here's the guilty one. First and 20 here after the hold. Medlock, I'm trusting you on this play action. He's looking. Chucks it deep. Does he have a man? He does! He makes the catch! Rawls is rolling down the field and he gets a touchdown. Defender lost the ball in the sun by the looks of it. And it looks like we got roughing the passer, but I don't care. That's a touchdown. Defense actually gets a stop there after a touchdown, so we have a chance to extend our lead. Adams jukes in the backfield for no reason. What was that? 2-yard loss. That was his worst run of the day. 2nd and 12 now after the tough run there. Ooh, we get a free play. Medlock's looking, throws it, got the completion, and that is almost a first down. Did we get it? Let's wait for the call. First down. 3rd and 4 here. Coming down the ace, and we're going to run it at him. And we get a hold. It doesn't matter. We don't get the first. Defense does manage to get a stop, but we cannot rely on that too much. Conservative blocking is on, but we're going to run a PA here. Medlock's looking, throws it over the middle, and dropped. Unfortunate. 3rd and 8 here. This could be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Let's run a little stick and nod action. Bad snap. Medlock's looking. He's got time. Got plenty of time. Looking, throws it, and overthrows 2 wide open guys. Not his best play. And as expected, defense immediately gives up a touchdown to start the 4th quarter. That's just what they do. Medlock's chucking deep. He's got a man and throws it to the defender. 2nd and 10 here. We cannot afford to get too passive. Play action. Medlock's looking, throws over the middle, and he's got a great completion. There is a flag. We'll have to see what it is. That could be very unfortunate. And it looks like clipping. Oh my god. But we still get the first, thankfully. 2nd and 10 here. We cannot afford to give up on the running game. Come on, Adams. Do something good. And he breaks a tackle in the hole. Nice run there. Get 6. 3rd and 4. I'm trusting you, Medlock. We're going to run a PA. No, we're not, because we get another false start. Oh my god, this team. 3rd and 9 here. We have not been especially good on 3rd down. Let's see if Medlock can get us out of this. Fakes the run, throws it over the middle, completes it, but Rawls... Ooh, he might have the first with the roll there. I think he does. Nice play, Rawls. At the 50 now. We got to keep moving down the field. Let's give it to Adams up the middle, who's got a lot of space. Nice run, cuts it up, back up, and he gets 8 yards there. You love to see that. 2nd and 2. Running game seems to be picking up some steam here at the end of the game. And we continue to. Adams gets another great run, breaks a tackle, putting his stamp of approval on this game. This might be stupid, but I'm running a draw play here on 2nd and 4. Drops. Ooh, that was stupid. My bad, guys. My bad. Loss of 1. 3rd and 5 here. I think we're still right in that range where we can run a play action. Ooh, but they are pressing up. And we get a false start. Again. Devron Kelly cannot stop penalizing himself. 3rd and 10 here. They are really pressed up. We're going to try and throw it over top of them. We get a free play. Medlock, make the most of it, throws it deep and intercepted, but it was a free play, so I'm not too worried about it. I like the throw deep on the free play there. 3rd and 5. It's play action time. And never mind, we give it. I didn't know that was an option, but we get the first. Nice work, guys. I didn't know that you could do that. Good work. Inside the 20 with 2.5 minutes left. We're going to really commit to the run game now. Adams up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and gets a first down, 1st and goal. Love that kid. Conservative clock is on, but we're hurrying to the line because we're putting a player in motion. Hand off to Adams, who, runs into his own blocker. Doesn't get a whole lot there. 3rd and goal here. Utah State seems to be letting us run the clock down. We're going to run a draw play here. And Adams breaks a tackle but centers the ball. We like that. Alright, game-winning field goal time here. Let's see if Gene can do it. Good snap. Kick is up. It looks good. It is good. We take the lead with 34 seconds to go. Nice drive, everybody. Come on, D. We need you now more than ever. 31 seconds to go. We got a 3-point lead, and we get a sack. No. Oh, we do get a sack. And we get a fumble. Nice work. Dennis Cross has been out for a while, and he is making his name known here. Come on, D. Throws it over the middle. Complete. No, he drops it. Incomplete. 4th down. Ah, 4th and 20 here. I'm so stressed. Come on, D. Get some pressure, throws it, and he's got a completion. No! Make the tackle. Please make the tackle. Oh, my God. I hate this defense so much. We go from 4th and 20 with the game pretty much put away to 1st and 10. Come on, D. We need something good here. And we get some pressure. We got a guy wide open. What are we doing? What are we doing? I hate this defense so much. So much. And that is the end of the game. We don't get the ball again. We nearly put the game away, and then the defense gives up 80 yards on 11 seconds. And we lose again. This defense cannot stop throwing the game away in the last second. I'm so frustrated. Oh my God. I went from so excited to so upset so quickly. That was a horrible game. I hate our defense so much. So much. I don't know what you can do. I mean, we did everything we could to win the game at the last second, and then there's nothing the offense can do good enough that the defense can't ruin. Although we did throw a pick 6, so this is partly on Medlock too. But still, just frustrating season. Game stats: Medlock 14 of 24 or 14 of 28, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 touchdown each way. Not a good game for him. Had open receivers, missed him all day. Very frustrating. Nathan Adams had himself a great game. 25 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Sullivan also had a great game, but no matter what they do, defense lets them down. Finn at wide receiver. Rawls had our 1 big touchdown, but Nick Moss couldn't carry it. Fred Thomas only had the 1 play. Devon Kelly gave up a sack and also had like 5 penalties. 2 tackles for losses for Josh James. 1 tackle for loss for Dennis Cross, no sacks. Rob Coleman, 1 tackle for loss. 3 sacks total. 1 interception. 1 forced fumble that we did not recover. Could have won the game for us. Gene made his kick. Punter, pretty terrible game, all things considered. That is not finishing the season on a high note. That is finishing on the lowest note we can manage. It's been a fun year, but my lord is that defense disappointing. Complete opposite of clutch. Hopefully Dennis Cross will be back from injury before our bowl game. We do get some positivity as we roll into conference championship week. We get 2 great commitments. Shador Turner, the tight end who's been a primary target all season, and Vinny McVay, a 3-star safety who could potentially start in our defensive backfield. Now let's turn our attention to the league as a whole. Just like last season, we're going to be watching the conference championships of the top 2 teams. Those 2 teams will be the Buffalo Bulls of the MAC and the UCLA Bruins of the PAC. 2 seasons in a row, we're watching the PAC championship. Let's hope UCLA fares better than Oregon State did. Sitting behind the top 2 are Wisconsin, Maryland, Louisville, and South Carolina. As we know from last season, it is not a death sentence to be outside the top 2. All of those teams will be hoping for chances to jump. Looking at the Heisman race, Stephen Reed moves up to the top spot, but he is the only player in the top 5 whose team is not in contention for a championship slot. We'll have to see how much the voters take team success into the equation. Now let's get into the PAC championship, a matchup between UCLA and the Washington Huskies. We're here for the 2nd consecutive season to watch the Pac-12 championship, this time between the UCLA Bruins and the Washington Huskies. UCLA is sitting at number 2 in the BCS rankings and would presumably get into the national championship with a win here today. Washington sits at 19. They don't have a chance of making the championship, but they can play spoiler for a conference rival. Let's see if they can do it and ruin UCLA's season. Washington kicking it away here to the UCLA Bruins. They catch it at about the 15, looking for some space. Breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles. Gets out past the 35. That was a good return to start the game. Lionel Smith here leading his Bruins out, trying to clinch their spot in the championship. He drops back, he's scrambling, he's got some space, he's got a lot of space, and slides down smartly after 7 yards there. An early 3rd down here for the Bruins. And they're going to be handing it off, looking for room to the outside, and Washington is there to stuff it. 96. Andy Lane, the middle linebacker. Maurice Anderson leading the Huskies out. Playing spoiler here. Short drop, he's looking, throws it, got a quick completion to number 8, Jason Fitch there. 2nd and 11 here, coming out in the ace. Handoff up the middle, now he's got some space, cuts up field and gets about 8 yards there. Good run there for Baker. 3rd and 3, Huskies trying to reach midfield here if they can in the ace. Short drop, he's looking, pressure up the middle, throws it, and there's a flag. Likely roughing the passer here. And it is. 2nd and 10 here in the ace bunch. Tight end goes in motion. Quarterback makes a read. Oh, false start there. Looked like the left guard, Joseph Moore. 3rd and 15 here, coming out in the gun. Anderson drops. He's looking, throws it deep. He's got a man, and good play by the defender, going over the top to deflect it. Huskies are punting it here at 4th and 15. Good snap. Kick is away. And that one looks like it is checking up inside the 5. Great punt there. 2nd and 7 here, coming out in the gun, still lined up on the goal line. Smith trying to get his team out of their own territory. Short drop, throws it, gets the completion. Ooh, but breaks a tackle. Gets 5 yards there. 3rd and 2 here for the Bruins, looking for their first conversion. Handoff up the middle, and he does not get it. Washington defense is all over that one. Washington with great field position here, coming out in the ace. 2 receivers left. Handoff up the middle. Baker's looking for some space. Gets a great run and looks like he's going to be just short of the 1st. 2nd and inches here. Huskies come out in the I. Handoff. Fakes the handoff. Throws it short. Gets a fullback in the flat, who breaks a tackle. Breaks 2 tackles and gets inside the 10. Great play there by David Lowe. 2nd and goal here for the Huskies. Coming out in the gun. Handoff out of the gun. Baker's looking for some space. Falls backwards, gets to about the 3. Huskies at the 2 for 3rd and goal in the ace. Anderson drops. He's looking, throws it into the end zone, and it is picked off by 95 there. Joe Sowell out of his defensive end position. 3rd and 3 here for the Bruins in the ace again. Handoff up the middle. Defense is all over it, and it looks like there's a hold. If this is not a hold, it could be a first, but it is. 3rd and 10 after the hold. Bruins in the gun. Smith drops. He's looking, pressure up the middle, throws it, and it is batted down. Good play by the defense there. Washington starting in opponent territory once again. Tight end goes across the formation. Handoff, fakes the handoff, throws it a floater to the sidelines, and that is another interception by the UCLA defense. Makes the tackle though. Chris Nixon on the pick. UCLA at the 50 after their 2nd interception of the game. In the I. Deep drop, draw play, and defense is all over it. 2-yard loss. 3rd and 7 here for UCLA in the gun. Still looking for their first conversion. Throws it over the receiver's head, and that is going to be incomplete once again. At the 25-yard line, Washington starts their drive after 2 consecutive interceptions. Tight end goes in motion. Anderson with a short drop, and he takes a sack. 3rd and 14 for the Huskies. They look to be in control early, but it is slipping away from them. Tight end goes in motion. Anderson with a short drop. He's looking. Pressure's coming. Throws it over the middle. Completes it, and there is a flag. We'll have to see what that's for. And it is roughing the passer by UCLA's defense. 2nd and 10 now for the Huskies in the I. Handoff up the middle. Decent run, but there is a flag. We'll have to see what this is. Holding. 2nd and 15 after the hold. Anderson drops once again. Pressure up the middle. Throws it over the middle, and that is a completion. I thought that was the defender. But no, that is the receiver making the catch in the middle of the field. 86, Anthony Concepcion. Time is ticking down to the end of the first quarter. Washington with a false start on 3rd and 1. Terrible timing. 3rd and 6 now for the Huskies, trying to keep their drive alive. Short drop, Anderson's looking, throws it deep, and he has a defender, almost had his receiver, but that was lucky to not be picked. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. It is 0-0. Washington has had some opportunities, but they have blown them. Let's see if UCLA can assert their dominance. 3rd and 2 here for the Bruins, I believe looking for their first conversion, and that is a false start. 3rd and 7 for the Bruins in the gun. Smith with a short drop, pressures up the middle, and he takes a sack. Number 10, Danny Jones in the backfield. Washington starts their 3rd drive of the game in UCLA territory in the gun. Fakes the handoff. Anderson throws it. He's got a completion, and he holds on along the sidelines. Nice play there by Jeff Garrison. 3rd and 10 after a couple errant passes. Anderson looking, pressure, sacked. Takes a sack there when he really couldn't. Josh Thompson. 2nd and 7 here in the I formation. Smith with a short drop, floats one, and that is lucky to not be picked, but the receiver catches it off the deflection for 2 yards. 3rd and 5 here for the Bruins in the gun. Receiver goes across the formation. Draw play here, and he is met in the backfield, but shows some power and gets a first. Fisher with a great run there. UCLA with what I believe is their first conversion of the day, coming out in the ace. Handoff for Fisher, and he is caught in the backfield. 1 yard gain. And he is hurt, unfortunately. 3rd and 3, Bruins in the ace. Smith making some calls. Trying to jump him, and draw play up the middle, and they get another first, but there is a penalty. We'll have to see if this is holding. And it is. 3rd and 9 here for the Bruins. In the gun. Trying to find some offense. Receiver goes across the formation. Draw play here for McDonald, who's caught in the backfield, caught by 2 defenders. Only gets 2. 2nd and 8 in the pistol here. Fakes the handoff. Throws it, and he's got a completion. Hell of a catch there by number 82, Jeff Garrison. The Huskies are at the 50 once again in the I. Fakes the handoff. Anderson's looking, throws it deep. He's got a man wide open. No one covered him. He strolls into the end zone, and that is Garrison again. 2 plays in a row, and that is a touchdown, and Washington takes the lead. Smith brings the number 2 Bruins out, trailing by 7 here in the I. Handoff, and that is going to be tackled in the backfield. 2nd and 14 for the Bruins, who just cannot seem to find any offense. Bad snap. Smith completes it, and that is going to be a great play. Nice blocking, but maybe too good a blocking. There is a flag. Ooh, and that is clipping on UCLA. 2nd and 16 now for the Bruins in the I. Tight end goes across the formation. Fakes the handoff. Smith looking, throws it deep. He's got a man. He makes the catch. Nice last second adjustment to get past the defender. Making the catch downfield is Jason Barclay. UCLA threatening for the first time today in the gun. Handoff, and he's got a little bit of space. Tackled, but it looks to be a face mask. Could be 15 free yards, and it is. 3rd and 8 for UCLA. Under 2 minutes to go in the gun. Smith with a short drop. Pressure. Throws it into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. Poor placement on the pass. UCLA lining up for the field goal here. Good snap. Kick is away. Looks good. It is good. We have a 7-3 ball game. Washington comes back out, leading by 4. Anderson with a deep drop, chucks it deep once again, and it is going to be intercepted once again. UCLA defense is making him pay. Chris Nixon with another interception. UCLA gets the ball back quickly. A minute and 21 seconds to go. Smith with a short drop, scrambling, and he takes a sack and fumbles it. That is not what his team needed there, and that is going to be a turnover. Michael Smith. Washington has great field position. Receiver comes in motion. Anderson with a deep drop. Throws it, and that is going to be completed. 82 breaks a tackle, gets 8 yards. Garrison has been unguardable so far. Washington in the ace. Deep drop for Anderson. Looking, pressure up the middle. Throws it, completes it. That is Jason Fitch. 3rd and 10 here. Just over a minute left in the gun. Bad snap. Anderson's looking, pressure, takes a sack. Couldn't afford to do that. Out of field goal range now. 4th and 18. They are kicking it. Likely out of the range, but we'll have to see if he can do it. Running down the clock, which is an interesting strategy. Good snap. Kick is up. Looks to be well short, and it is. No chance on that one. And that will lead us to halftime. Washington leading 7-3 in a defensive showdown so far. Both offenses have made some plays, but largely it's been defenses. UCLA kicking off here to start the second half. Washington receives at about the 15, looking for space. Nice return there, gets almost to the 40. One more block. 2nd and 10 here for the Huskies in the eye. Handoff up the middle. Nice little run there. Slides forward for 6. Good play by Baker. 3rd and 4 here for the Huskies, who are trying to extend their lead. And they run a speed option, pitches it, and that is a bad play. 4-yard loss there. 3rd and 5. UCLA trying to keep their drive alive here. Smith with a short drop. Throws it, floats one, and that is well out of bounds. Washington begins their second drive of the half at about the 40. Handoff, Baker looking for space. He's got space. Great run here. Cuts upfield, gets inside of the 40, and he is hurt. Puts his body on the line. Let's see if they can make the most of it. Ooh, and the staff has to come out. That's not a good look. 2nd and 5, just outside the 30, in the eye. Handoff up the middle. Wilson. Ooh, a flag there. Hard to say what happened. And it looks to be a face mask by UCLA. And UCLA finds themselves inside the 15 once again. The last time they were down here, they threw a pick. Anderson with a deep drop. He's looking, pressure's coming, he takes a sack. Great edge rush there by Joe Sowell. 2nd and 18. Sack pushes Washington out of the red zone. In the gun here. Anderson with a deep drop. And that is a not well organized play, 2-yard loss. What was once a promising drive is now 3rd and 20 for the Huskies. Receiver goes across the formation. Anderson hands it off up the middle, breaks a tackle, but it looks like it's a holding penalty. Let's see what UCLA is going to do here. They will accept it. 3rd and 25 here for the Huskies. Back at the 30. Anderson drops. Time. He steps up, chucks it deep, and it is swatted down the end zone. Good play by the UCLA defense there. 4th and 25. Washington's offense is out there in the ace. Tight end goes across the formation. Deep drop for Anderson. Pressure's coming. He doesn't see it. Takes the sack. UCLA's defense steps up once again. They are carrying this team right now. UCLA comes out after another fantastic defensive stop. Smith with a drop, completes it over the middle, and that's going to be about 7 yards there, 9 yards. 3rd and 1 here for the Bruins, trailing by 4, trying to keep themselves alive. Handoff up the middle, and he gets the first down. New set of downs here for the Bruins in the gun. Smith with a short drop, chucks it deep. He's got a man, he's got a catch. Ooh, steps out of bounds though. Dustin Woods with a great catch along the sidelines. 2nd and 10 for the Bruins in a 5-receiver set. Motion here, hands off on the motion for a jet sweep, and that looks like a 1-yard loss by McDonald. 3rd and 11 for the Bruins. They're in field goal range. Let's see what they do. Smith with a short drop. Pressure up the middle, takes a sack. Let's see if they're still in field goal range. UCLA lining up for the field goal. This looks to be a little too far. We'll see what happens. Good snap. Kick is up. It looks short. It is short. 2nd and 7 here for the Huskies in the gun. Anderson drops, looking, throws it over the middle, completes it, and he's got some space. 87 bursting downfield. That is Nigel Whitmore into UCLA territory. Washington is in UCLA territory here in the ace bunch. Pitch out there to Wilson, who gets out the sidelines, and he is free, and he gets a first down inside the 30. The Huskies are threatening once again inside the 30. Handoff up the middle. Wilson's got some space, and he makes a great cut. Gets inside the 15. 3rd and 4 here for Washington in the gun. Tight end goes in motion. Anderson with a short drop. He's looking, throws it into the end zone. And that is a touchdown for Garrison, his 2nd of the day. He has been the offense for Washington so far. 1st and 10 here for UCLA, trailing by 11 now. Tight end goes in motion. Handoff up the middle. Defense is all over that one. This could be the end of the 3rd quarter. Handoff up again. Not a good play. 3-yard loss. And that will take us to the final quarter of play. Washington leads number 2 UCLA 14-3. Let's see if they can hold on and ruin UCLA's chances for a championship here. 3rd and 10 here for the Huskies. Staying in the gun. Tight end goes across the formation. Anderson hands off up the middle, and there is nothing there. 7 minutes remaining in this game. UCLA coming out in the I. Handoff up the middle. Nice running there. Breaks a tackle. Nice run. 3rd and 2 now for UCLA in the I formation. Handoff up the middle, and there is no room. Tackled in the backfield once again. Washington defense steps up. And UCLA is punting it with 6 minutes remaining in the 4th. Good snap. Punt is away. Going to be caught at about the 30, and no, not going to be caught. Picked up. And that is a long play. Gets back to the 30, and there's a flag. Let's see what it is. Clipping on Washington. Very chaotic play. Not a good one. 2nd and 5 here for the Huskies. Staying in the gun. And that is going to be a false start. Joseph Moore, the guilty party. 3rd and 9 here for the Huskies in the ace. Leading by 11. Anderson drops. Pressure's coming. Throws it deep. And he has a man. Nice catch there by Garrison. He cannot be covered today. What a catch. Defense was all over him, but he brings it in. Washington gets a new set of downs inside the 50, inside of 5 minutes. Receiver comes in motion, jet sweep, and he is tackled in the backfield. Nice play there by Morgan. 3rd and 12 for the Huskies, who are trying to run the clock down. 4 minutes to go. Anderson drops. He's looking, chucks it deep once again, and he got a defender incomplete. UCLA is running out of chances. Under 4 minutes to go, trailing by 11. Handoff up the middle once again. Breaks a tackle, though. Nice run in there by Chad Fisher, who is back in the game. 3:30 to go, and still no urgency from UCLA in the pistol. Handoff once again, and Fisher breaks a tackle. He gets a first down. Let's see if they show some urgency, and they do. 2nd and 10 for the Bruins. About 3 minutes left. Smith drops. He's looking. Pressure. Scrambles. Got some space. Got a lot of space. Gets the first down. Gets past the 50. 2nd and 5. UCLA hurrying. Deep drop by Smith. Pressure up the middle. Completes it over the middle, and he gets the first down there. Hurry up offense seems to be working here. They're sticking to it. Smith with a short drop. Pressure up the middle. Completes it on the screen, but that is going to be tackled for a loss. Bruins come out in the gun. 2nd and 12. Short drop by Smith. He's looking. Throws it deep. He's got a man, but picked off. Sam Carter there. This has been his drive. Makes a great interception right at the goal line. 2nd and 9 now. UCLA calls their first timeout. Handoff up the middle, and he's got a little bit of space. Gets about 6 yards, 8 yards. 3rd and 1. UCLA has used their second timeout. Fullback goes in motion. Fakes the handoff. Anderson's looking. He's got time. He rolls. He throws it short. Ooh, almost a pick six. Terrible play there by Chris Nixon. UCLA is running out of time. 1:57 to go. Smith drops. He's scrambling, and he breaks a sack. He's got some space. He's got a lot of space, and he slides after a first down. 2nd and 10 here for the Bruins in the gun. Short drop. Smith throw into the end zone. He's got a man. He's got a touchdown, and we've got a ball game. Jason Barclay with the touchdown. UCLA going for 2 here. Interesting call. Short snap. Short drop. Throws it, and he had a man but missed him. That is a 5-point lead for Washington. UCLA lining up for the onside kick. 1:44 to go. Kick is away, and it is going to be caught by Washington. Unfortunate for UCLA there. They had a chance at it. 3rd and 7. UCLA needs to make a tackle, and they need to make it quickly here. Almost an offsides. That would have ended the game. And that is a false start. Terrible play there by the line. And that false start has given UCLA life. 1:06 left. 3rd and 12. Receiver goes across formation. Anderson drops. They're passing it. He steps up. He takes a sack. UCLA will get the ball back, but they'll only have about 20 seconds. 17 seconds remain. UCLA has to go all the way down the field. They have no timeouts. Deep drop by Smith. Throws it. He's got a completion down the field, and he is inside of the 50. 9 seconds left. They are hurrying to the line here. Do you believe it? 9 seconds left. UCLA has hope. Short drop by Smith. He's looking. He's got time. Throws it, and he has an almost interception. 2 seconds remain. 2 seconds remaining in the game. This is likely the last play. Smith drops. He's looking, and that is a sack and a fumble. That is likely the end of it. There is a flag. We'll have to see what it is. Holding on the offense. That's not going to help them, and that is going to be the ball game. UCLA got painfully close to winning this game, but they fall short. Washington wins in the Pac-12 championship for the 2nd year in a row. A Pac team has come in ranked 2nd in the country and lost in the Pac-12 championship. This conference is begging for a spot in the national championship, but they are not getting it. Washington came to play. Garrison carried his team to victory with his 2 touchdowns, the only 2 for Washington all day. Defense has played amazingly well for the most part, but this has got to be heartbreaking for UCLA to come so close. 1 game left in the season to clinch your spot, and they fail to do it. Jeff Garrison, player of the game, deservedly so. Great game by Washington, and very disappointing end to the year. Not into the year so far. They still have a bowl game. Don't get it twisted. They still got games ahead of them, but not the game they were hoping to have. Down goes number 2. History repeats itself as the top Pac contender falls just short of the finish line. Chaos is officially alive in the final moments of the season. There is 1 spot open for the big game, potentially in a matchup with Buffalo, but not if Toledo has their way in the MAC championship game. Let's get into it. After UCLA blew their chances in the Pac-12 title game, we now see if number 1 Buffalo, I think they're the Bulls, I don't know about their mascot, I think they're the Bulls, but let's see if Buffalo can maintain the number 1 spot heading into the national championship week. The pressure is on them here. They come in as the number 1 ranked team. A win will secure their spot in the national championship. A loss, and who knows, we are in full chaos mode if they lose. So Chaos fans, you're rooting for the Toledo Rockets here. First MAC game that we're watching, and it's a doozy. Let's get into it. Number 1, Fred Williams leads his team out here in a 5-receiver set to start the game. Short drop, he's looking, throws it over the middle, and that is a great catch. Man on him. And wouldn't you know it, we have another hurry-up team making it into postseason. Toledo making a call at the line here. Handoff, fakes the handoff. Williams throws it, got him in wide open. That's a great catch there by number 11, Richie Hart. Toledo facing their first third down of the game, coming out in the gun. Williams drops, he's looking, hits the screen pass there, but there's no blocking. And DeAngelis cannot get going. Fourth down. Toledo lining up to punt it here inside the 35. Not a whole lot of confidence in their kicker. Punt is away. It's looking pretty good, and it looks like it went out of bounds inside the 20. Buffalo comes out at their own 2 here. Mark Atkins. Hands off, up the middle. Decent run there from Montrell Wilson. It is going to be a long game because we have 2 hurry-up teams. Atkins hands it off up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Got a great run here. That is nice movement there by Wilson. Buffalo with a new set of downs here. Atkins with a short drop. He's looking, throws it, completes it. Nice completion there to his tight end, Martin. 2nd and 2 now for the Bulls. Coming out in the gun. Hands off. It's nice little spin move there. That's a first down for Wilson. 2nd and 10 here for Buffalo. Coming out in the pistol. Handoff up the middle. Wilson's got some space. Nice blocking there. Gets 7 yards. Under center this time. Handoff once again, and defense is all over that one. Toledo starts its second drive at about the 36. Short drop. Williams throws it deep. Flag on the play, and he drops a wide open pass. Oh my God, no pressure there, and he dropped it. But it looks like we have roughing the passer against Buffalo's defense early here. Charles Samuel, the guilty party. Lucky break there for Marlon Hall, who's bailed out after the drop. Fakes the handoff, no gives it this time. DeAngelis gets a nice head of steam, gets 6 yards. 2nd and 4, Toledo in the pistol. I keep mixing up the colors. Hands it off to DeAngelis, and that is a penalty. It looks like most likely a hold. Buffalo seems pretty happy with it, and it is a hold. 3rd and 13 as Toledo runs to the line, staying in the pistol. Call from the sidelines. And short drop for Williams. Pressure's coming, and he takes a sack. 3 Buffalo defenders converge on the quarterback, and he goes down. Buffalo starting its second drive in much better field position in the gun here. Atkins drops, hits a little screen, throws a little screen, picks a little screen. That is a terrible throw, and that is a turnover. He has a history of that this season. 1st and 10 inside opponent territory here for the Rockets. Williams drops, scrambling, and he's taken another sack. You can't get too greedy with this Buffalo defense. 2nd and 14 here after the sack. Coming out in the pistol, 2 receivers left. Handoff up the middle, not a whole lot of space there, and it looks like it's probably a hold and an injury. They cannot afford to lose DeAngelis. 2nd and 24 here after the hold. Toledo was off to such a hot start. Let's see if they can pick up the pace. Tight end goes in motion. Williams with the short drop. Pressure hits a receiver to the outside, and he's got plenty of space there. Cuts up field, and that is a 14-yard gain. 3rd and 10 here. Rockets put a men in motion. Short drop for Williams. Throws it, and he's got a completion, and he's going in for a touchdown. Untouched there. That is Marlon Hall, who had the big drop earlier. Mark Adkins leading his team out, trailing by 7. Let's see if Buffalo can get it going. Atkins drops. He's scrambling. He's got some space. He's got a lot of space. He gets about 8 yards there, but he's hurt by the looks of it. Backup quarterback coming in the MAC championship with the national championship on the line. We've seen this before. Receiver comes in motion, little screen, little pitch, and that is a great pitch, and he's got plenty of space, runs into his own blocker, unfortunately. But 85 Joe Jones was making his way downtown. 2nd and 9 here, and they're hurrying to the line once again in a heavy pistol set. Oh, and that is a false start here for Buffalo. Not what they like to see. 2nd and 14 here for backup quarterback Byron Royal. Drops, he's looking, scrambling once again, hitting pretty quick once again, and loses. And he's down. Oh my God. Buffalo down to their 3rd string quarterback in a hurry. It is Paul Wilson now. Fakes the handoff. Ooh, he's a lefty. rifles it and misses his receiver completely. There is blood in the water. Let's see if Toledo can smell it. Coming out in the gun. Handoff, fakes the handoff, and that is a tackle in the backfield. 3rd and 12 in a hurry here for the Rockets. They need to strike while the iron is hot. Williams with a short drop, throws it, got a completion, but that is not going to be a first. Stop short. Good defense there. Let's see who comes out here for Buffalo at quarterback. It's looking like it's Adkins. And I think it is Adkins, but they tackle him in the backfield immediately. Let's hope he's okay. 3rd and 12 here for the Bulls. Adkins drops, he's looking, pressure coming, and he takes a sack. Bulls offense did not show up today. Let's see if they can put it together. Good snap, punt is away. Lots of room here for the returner, and breaks a tackle. He's got tons of room now, breaks another tackle, gets up to the 50. Toledo's special teams are coming to play. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Number 1 Buffalo trails 7-0 against Toledo. Toledo is starting with the ball here in the second quarter. 3rd and 10 here after 2 dropped picks in the gun. Williams drops. Throws it short, got a completion. He's got lots of yards here. Running down the sidelines. Is anyone going to catch him? And they do eventually push him out at the 3. Buffalo hurrying to the line, and I mean that very generously, staying in a 5-receiver set here. Williams with a short drop. He's looking, throws it in the middle, completes it. Easy completion, easy touchdown. That is a 13-point lead for the Rockets. Fred Williams breaks his school record for passing touchdowns in a game. Buffalo comes out trailing by 14. Coming out under center. Fakes the handoff. Adkins throws it short to the tight end, who is going to be caught in the backfield. Disaster on that play, 4-yard loss. 3rd and 14 here for the Bulls in the gun. Adkins has got to lead his team. He throws it. He's got a big completion, breaks a tackle. 6 is rushing downfield and gets inside the 30, inside the 40. 3rd and 4 after the scramble. Staying in the gun. 3 receivers left. Adkins with a short drop. Pressure's coming. Completes it short. Breaks a tackle, but 2-yard loss still. Toledo starts their drive after a net of 10 yards on that punt. Williams short. Gets the completion. Got some space, and that's a first down. Rockets are flying. 2nd and 10 for the Rockets in the pistol. Receiver comes in motion. And it looks like a triple option here. Looking for some space. Pitches it a little bit late. Scary pitch there, and it looks like the receiver is hurt. 3rd and 9 here for the Rockets in the pistol. Tight end goes across the formation. Williams looking. Floats a pass over the middle, and that is a huge completion. How did he get that in there? Perfect placement. 2nd and 11 here for the Rockets. Staying in the pistol. Tight end goes across the formation. Looks like they're running some clock. Nope. Williams snaps it. Pressure coming. Completes it again. Almost the same play. Same result. Loss of yards. 3rd and 13 after some weird passes. 5 receiver set. Williams, he's looking. Pressure coming up the middle. And swatted away. Breaks up a touchdown. Great defensive play there by number 23, David Bailey. 2nd and 7 here for the Bulls. Hurrying to the line. And it's going to be a handoff caught in the backfield. Great play by that Toledo defense. They are not letting up here. 3rd and 10 for the Bulls, who are trying to stay in this game. Atkins drops. He's looking, throws it, and nowhere near his receiver. Embarrassing performance so far by Atkins. Toledo hurrying to the line in the pistol. Hands off, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, but he's caught from behind. Nice play there by 34. Chuck Lambert from his cornerback position. 3rd and 10 here for Toledo, trying to extend their lead. Williams drops, throws it, and he's got an incomplete, but there's a flag. Looks like roughing. And it is. Tough break for the Buffalo defense. New set of downs for Toledo inside the 35. In the pistol, Williams hands it, and he is caught in the backfield. Nowhere to go there. 3rd and 12 in the gun here. Little draw play. Jordan Gordon looking for some space. Not enough, unfortunately. 5-yard pickup. Toledo keeping their offense out there, leading by 14 in the gun. Williams with a short drop. Throws it, floats a pass, and that is swatted down. Nice defensive play there. 2nd and 10 for Buffalo in a 5-receiver set. Atkins with a short drop, floats a pass. He's got a man, he's got a completion. Bursting downfield inside the 35. Nice play there by Andrew Justice. Buffalo hurrying to the line. I say that generously in the gun here. Short drop for Adkins. He's looking, throws it short. Ooh, that is almost a pick 6, but there's a flag. We'll have to see what it is. Roughing the passer. Toledo commits their own this time. 1st and 10 for Buffalo inside the 20, trying to cut into that lead. Adkins drops, pressure's coming, scrambles. He finds some space, gets about 5 there. Adkins really loves to scramble, coming out in a very cool formation, but we're not going to get to see it. False start. 2 players jumped that time. Looked like left guard and right tackle. Buffalo hurrying at 3rd and 2, coming out in that weird formation again. We'll see what they can do with it. Handoff right up the middle, and he is bursting through. Ooh, almost had a touchdown there. 1st and goal in a 5-receiver set. Let's see if Adkins can make something happen. Receiver comes in motion. They're running a little sprint, and ooh, nice little pass, but stopped short. 2nd and goal for Buffalo in the goal line formation this time. A little handoff here. He got some outside space, but no. Defense says no. 3rd and goal now. 50 seconds left in the gun. Adkins drops. There's a screen. He gets the completion. Ooh, he drops it. Unfortunate. And Buffalo is kicking the field goal here, trying to get on the board. Let's see if they can do it. Good snap. Kick is up. Looks good. Is good. 3 points for Buffalo. Toledo starts their drive at the 39. 37 seconds to go in the gun. Williams drops, scrambling, breaks a tackle in the backfield, slides smartly. 2nd and 5 with 32 seconds to go in the gun. Williams drops. He's looking. He's got pressure. He throws it. Intercepted by Buffalo. They might have some life here. Cuts to the outside, gets inside of the 35 and goes down. Buffalo's defense comes through in a big way. Number 24 there. Down to 22 seconds left. Buffalo in a 5-receiver set. Adkins dropping. Throws it, gets the completion, breaks a tackle, but doesn't get the first. Let's see what they do. They're hurrying to the line. 13 seconds left. 12 seconds left. 3rd and 1. Atkins drops. Pressure coming. He scrambles and gets the first. Buffalo lining up for another field goal here. Good snap. Kick is up, and they don't have the distance. Ooh. Wasted a little too much time there. And that is going to take us to halftime. Toledo leading the number 1 Buffalo Bulls 14-3. Buffalo showing some signs of life here towards the end of the half. Let's see if they can keep it going and turn this game around. They need it for their season. Mascot's still in the field there, guys. What are we doing? Kicking off here to Buffalo. Caught at about the 15, looking for some space, and breaks 2 tackles and gets past the 40. Would not be stopped. Oh, but there's a hold. Such a disappointing play there. Seth Smith ruined everyone's day. Adkins trying to make the use of his legs there. 5-receiver set, bad snap. Let's see if he can recover. Pressure's coming, throws it deep and off the receiver's hands, out of bounds. 4th down. Fred Williams is 1/2 away from leading an upset. Coming out in the gun. Handoff, and nothing is there. Good defense there. 3rd and 11 for the Rockets after the incomplete in the pistol here. Short drop. Williams has plenty of time. Steps up in the pocket, launches it over the middle, completes it. Great pass there to Marlon Hall. They get a call from the line. Tight end went across the formation. Short drop. Williams scrambles into the pressure, and he takes a sack. Nice play there by the defense. Nice little delayed blitz. And number 21, Andy Mason, takes him down. 3rd and 14 after the sack in the gun. Short drop for Williams. Pressure's coming. He doesn't get it. And there's a fumble on the play. Mason picks it up. He's running down the field, and this is going to be a touchdown for Buffalo. Sack on one play. Fumble return for a touchdown on the next. That is Mason's drive right there. He took it over. Jason Carter sets a new school record for sacks with 10. 3rd and 10 here for the Rockets. Only leading by 4 now. Tight end goes across the formation. Ooh, bad snap, a little high. Pressure's coming, throws it to nobody, and that is incomplete. 4th down. Toledo lining up to punt. Buffalo looks like they're coming after it. And they do, but they do not get close. Punt is away, caught at about the 35, and there is a flag. Looked like clipping to me. We'll have to see what it is. And it will be clipping against Buffalo. That is not a good look. 1st and 10 for Buffalo, trailing by 4 now. Almost to the 50. Receiver in motion, they hand it to him, and that is a nice big hit by Caleb Petway, the right end. Buffalo hurrying to the line at 3rd and 8 in the gun. Atkins drops, he's looking, throws it over the middle, completes it, and he's got a lot of room here. Nice cut up field. Good play there for Andrew Justice. Buffalo is in Toledo territory, hurrying to the line in the gun. Atkins drops, launches it deep. He's got a man, he's got a catch, he's got a touchdown. Beautiful pass there. And that looks like Justice again. 2 catches this drive, and he's got a touchdown. Toledo hurrying to the line on 2nd and 9. Getting a call from the sidelines. Williams hands off to Jordan Gordon, who's finally got some space, and he breaks free. He might go all the way. Will anyone catch him? It looks like no. He's got the speed, he's got the space, he's got the touchdown. And Toledo retakes their lead on a very quick run there. 1st and 10 for Buffalo, who are trailing once again in an interesting pistol concept here. And they get a nice handoff, and they've got some space. Ooh, but he will be caught at about the 45. 1st and 10 for Buffalo in the gun. 2 receivers left, fakes the handoff. Atkins is looking to scramble, and he's getting nowhere. Petway says no. And he looks like he might be hurt again. Buffalo hurrying to the line here at 3rd and 12, trying to get a lead back. And he drops, he's looking, pressure's coming, he takes the sack. No, he doesn't. That's not a fumble, it is an incomplete pass. 4th and 12. Toledo retook the lead last drive, and now they're trying to extend it. Receiver comes in motion. Williams with a little speed option here, pitches it, and he's got a lot of space. He might just go all the way. Is that going to be another long touchdown? It will not be. Nice tackle there by 27, Nick Ross. Toledo has found some magic late in this game. Receiver comes in motion. Another speed option, looking for some space, and Williams breaks a tackle, and he gets about 6 yards there. All of a sudden, Toledo's running game is a weapon. In the gun once again, gets a call from the sidelines. And they hand it off to the running back, who gets a first, but there is a flag. We'll have to see what it is. Holding. 2nd and 10 after the hold at the 15 in the pistol. Williams hands it off, fakes the handoff, and takes a big hit there. 5-yard loss. 3rd and 15 there after the 5-yard loss. Williams drops, he's looking, throws it over the middle. He's got an easy touchdown. Richie Hart gets into the end zone. You won't find easier touchdowns like... I don't know how to talk. I'm going to stop. Toledo kicking off, up by 11 once again. Going to be received at about the 15. He's looking for some space. Not great blocking. There is also a flag and an injury. Not what Buffalo wanted to see. And it's a hold. Buffalo hurrying to the line here at 2nd and 5 in the pistol. Fakes the handoff. Atkins looking, throws it, and he's got a nice completion along the sidelines. 2nd and 11 here, and Buffalo continues to hurry. Atkins drops, looking, scrambling, looking for some space, finds some space, and he fumbles it, but they do recover. 55 on the ball there. 3rd and 3 here for Buffalo in the pistol. 3 receivers right. Atkins drops, throws it over the middle, intercepted by Toledo. And they've got some room here, breaks a tackle, he's got some space, he's got some speed, and he might just go all the way. He is gone. That is number 33, Patrick Booth, the free safety. Lurking and takes it to the house. Toledo is putting a stamp on this game pretty early. And Montrell Wilson, the star running back, is hurt on the play as well. Bad day for Buffalo. Oh, that looks like a very serious injury. That is not a good look. That could affect their bowl game. And now Buffalo is forced to come out trailing by 18 after the pick 6. Hand off to the running back. He's got a little bit of space. Breaks a tackle. Nice little run there by David Patrick. 3rd and 1 here for Buffalo in the gun. Adkins, he's looking. Pressure coming, and he is going to take a massive sack there. Number 60, Marcus Ivy in the backfield. And that will take us to the end of 3. 1 quarter left to play, and Toledo is firmly in control of this game. We might see some real chaos here for the final 2 spots. Toledo has the ball to start the 4th quarter, and they are in a 5-receiver set, weirdly. Williams drops, throws it over the middle, and he's got a wide open man. Buffalo has decided to stop covering people, and that is another long touchdown for Richie Hart. Buffalo seems like they have given up on this game. Just playing for pride at this point. Adkins is out of the game. They're down by 25. Drops, looking, throws it over the middle. Got a nice completion, actually, and he is running down the field. That is Justice going for another long touchdown. Buffalo trying to stay in this game. Let's see if their defense follows suit. Toledo still hurrying to the line, even though we're in the 4th and they have control. Williams on the speed option, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield. 3-yard loss. 3rd and 13. We are under 7 minutes to go. In the gun here for Toledo. Williams with a deep drop, rifles it downfield, and that is swatted away. Nice defensive play there by Bailey once again. He has been the best player on defense so far today. 3rd and 7 for Buffalo. They need this if they want to stay in the game. In the gun. Adkins with a draw play. That is not good decision making. No gain there. 4th down. 6 minutes to go. Buffalo is going for it here in the gun. Short drop. Throws it deep, and nobody is there. That's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Under 6 minutes to go. They're passing it here. Throws it deep, and it is going to be a touchdown. Holy crap, what a throw. Defender was in good position, but you cannot beat a perfect pass, and that's what that was to give Marlon Hall another touchdown. On a line, too. Not even a lob. Toledo kicking off. Going to be received at about the 13. Looking for some space, and there's another flag. That looks like another hold on Buffalo. It is just not Buffalo's night. I think the lights were a little bit too bright for them. 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Under 6 minutes to go. Down by 25. I think we know how this one's ending. Throws it over the middle. Nice completion, but they're going to need more than that if they want to get back in this game. Buffalo hurrying here. And Toledo gets back on sides. Adkins is scrambling, looking for some space, and he gets another 1st down. 2nd and 10 here in the pistol. 3 receivers to the right. And they hand it off here. Gets a little bit of space, breaks a tackle, and he gets a 1st down. Nice individual effort there by Patrick. 3rd and 8 here. In the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Adkins drops. Pressure, throws it deep. He's got a man, and it's swatted away. Nice defensive play there by Mike Richards. Strong safety going over the top. 4th and 8 here for the Bulls. In the gun. 3 receivers left. Short drop for Adkins. He needs this completion, and he's going to take a sack instead. Toledo putting a stamp on it once again. Marcus Ivy with another sack. Under 5 minutes to go. This should be when Toledo starts milking the clock. But they're passing it still. They do not like Buffalo, and they throw a pick. They're going to kick themselves if this lets Buffalo back in the game, but I don't see that happening. 1st and 10 for Buffalo after the interception. Still just under 5 minutes to go. Adkins drops, pressure's coming, and he takes another sack. They need to get some passing yards, and sacking is not going to do it for them. 3rd and 17 in the gun. 3 receivers left. Adkins drops, pressure's coming, hits the screen. No blocking, though, only gets about a yard. And Buffalo looks like they finally thrown in the towel. They are punting it here. Punt is away. Going to be caught at about the 11. And they don't make the tackle there. They let him get 9 yards. 2nd and 10 now for Toledo. They're passing it still. What are they doing? Incomplete. Clock stops. 3rd and 10 for Toledo. In the gun. They hand it off once again. There is a flag. Looks like probably holding. We'll see what happens. I would decline this if I was Buffalo. And they will. 1st and 10 here for the Buffalo Bulls. Let's see if they can maintain their pride. Not with throws like that, they can't. 2nd and 10 in the pistol. Handoff to the running back, who gets some space and gets about 8 yards there. If the game was closer, I would question that decision, but it's not. It looks like offsides for Toledo. New set of downs. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Buffalo in the gun. Receiver comes in motion. Looks like a speed option and tackled in the backfield. Nice play there by 46, Nate Williams. Under 2 minutes to go. Buffalo is hurrying to the line. 3 receivers to the right. Adkins drops, throws it, and nobody is there. Not the most accurate quarterback in the world. 4th and 7, and this time Buffalo does decide to go for it in the gun. Short drop. Adkins loads up, throws it well past receiver, turnover on downs. 2nd and 10 for Toledo in the pistol here. They finally run the ball. And they get a nice little run there. Breaks a tackle. He's got tons of space. He might just go. Is 33 going to catch him? It looks like no. No, he's not. Nice little run there for Jordan Gordon with a 2nd long touchdown. And painfully, this game will continue to go on. Toledo kicking it off once again to a demoralized and beaten Buffalo squad. Caught at the 15. Looking for some space. Breaks a nice tackle there. And that looks like a face mask on the return. But let's just get this clock out, boys. Buffalo starts what is hopefully their last drive at the 50. Adkins drops, hits a screen, and nice little room there. Patrick's got some space. Does he have the speed? He runs pretty slow, but he's moving, and he gets a touchdown there. What is going on with this game? That is a long touchdown pass for Adkins there, but really it was just Patrick running. Buffalo lining up for the onside kick here. Kick is away and touched early is what they're going to call there. Toledo ball. A minute and 13 seconds left, and Toledo is in a 5-receiver set. What is going on? All right, receiver comes in motion. They're running a speed option, and they get tackled. And their quarterback gets hurt. I hope it was worth it, Toledo. And that is going to do it. Clocks have finally hit 0, and Toledo walks out with a 56-31 victory over the #1 Buffalo Bulls. For the first time in this young league's career, we will not have either of the top 2 teams advance from Conference Championship Week. Both of the top 2 teams lost their conference championships, so it is pure chaos to see who makes the Natty. If Buffalo had lost this game close, you could maybe argue for them, but you cannot argue this kind of game being a national champion. I'm very interested to see how everything falls after these 2 games. Toledo was just wild. I don't have a word for it. They were running up the score, and they were letting the score get run up on them late in the game. I felt like they could have just sat on it after the 3rd quarter, but I don't know. Something motivated that coach, but it wasn't logic. Jordan Gordon, player of the game, 8 carries, 133 yards. That's insanity. They really should have used him more, but you can't really complain when you put up 56 points. Congratulations to the MAC champion Toledo. Let's see what kind of chaos reigns in the final week of this season. I'm excited. And down goes #1, and it wasn't even close. Completely different game than the Pack. We got to see a defensive struggle and an offensive shootout, even if one side had more ammo. And now we have full chaos mode. Looking at the conference championship results, we have several contenders with wins. Louisville beats Duke in overtime to win the ACC. South Carolina beats Ole Miss to win the SEC. Meanwhile, Wisconsin got to sit at home while Illinois beat Maryland for the Big Ten. We have 3 contenders and only 2 spots. Who will be playing for the title? It will be the Wisconsin Badgers and the Louisville Cardinals. Badgers do not get jumped, and they get to play for a title with no conference championship. That's how this episode is going to end. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe to stay tuned into the chaos. Next episode will be the conclusion to the second season, including the national championship game. You don't want to miss that. I've been Klinga Games, and I really hope to see you again.